Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and this is Catadactyl. So today is my September TBR. So as some of you know, I got a new job, I'm struggling a bit, and I have not had as much reading time as I normally do. So for September, most of the books I picked are shorter, like 200 or less, so that I can hopefully not slump as much. So that's how I've kind of pulled myself out of my slump. You guys will see when I do my August wrap-up that a lot of the books I've read are shorter, and it's so that I can feel better about myself, because yeah. So let's get into the September TBR. So the first one that I want to read the most this month, and I will read it, I swear, is because I'm buddy reading it, yay, with KJ from Novelty KJ, and I will leave the link to her site down below, and it is The Cage of Zeus by Sayuri Ueda. So in this novel there are beings called the Rounds, which have sexual organs of both genders, and they were artificially created, and they are circling the Earth in a space station, and they've created a society of their own. So this book just really intrigued me. I bought it when I was doing Japanese June. I never got around to it, and KJ said she wanted to buddy read it, so we have kind of been pushing it off, and now is finally the time. So in September, the book that I am sure that I will read is The Cage of Zeus. Yeah. Alright, and the next two are books that I got through NetGalley, so thank you so much NetGalley for giving me these books to review. So the first one is Rust and Stardust by T. Greenwood, and this is the retelling or kind of story about how a little girl was taken from her hometown and taken across the country, and this is the basis, as many of you know, for Lolita. And Rust and Stardust is kind of the true life story starting from Camden, New Jersey and moving across the country. So I am intrigued by kidnap novels. Now, full honesty, I really hate Lolita by Nabokov, and I don't get on with it at all. I kind of am so intrigued and fascinated by capture entrapment novels, so this Rust and Stardust could go either way. I could be like, yes, or I could be like, never again. So we shall see. Okay, and the next one, I am so excited, and NetGalley also gave it to me for review, so thank you so much, and it is Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. So I am going to butcher this summary, and I don't want to because it sounds so amazeballs that I'm just gonna go ahead and read you guys the synopsis this once. So please just forgive me, it sounds so amazing, and I can't wait to read it. Alright, so, sorry. Isn't this nice? It's marble. Anyway. Okay, ready? So, 1,000 years ago, the great Kami dragon was summoned to grant a single terrible wish, and the land of Iwogoto was plunged into an age of darkness and chaos. Now, for whoever holds the scroll of 1,000 prayers, a new wish will be granted. A new age is about to dawn. Raised by monks in the isolated Silent Winds Temple, Yumeko has trained all her life to hide her yokai nature. So yokai is like a spirit or a demon. So half kitsune, which is a nine-tailed fox, half human, her skill with illusion is matched only by her penchant for mischief. Until the day her home is burned to the ground, her adoptive family is brutally slain, and she is forced to flee for her life with the temple's greatest treasure, one part of the ancient scroll. There are many who would claim the dragon's wish for their own. Kage, a mysterious samurai of the Shadow Clan, is one such hunter, under orders to retrieve the scroll at any cost. Fate brings Kage and Yumeko together. With the promise to lead him to the scroll, an uneasy alliance is formed, offering Yumeko her best hope for survival. But he seeks what she has hidden away, and her deception could ultimately tear both of them apart. With an army of demons at her heels and the unlikeliest of allies at her side, Yumeko's secrets are more than a matter of life or death. They are the key to the fate of the world itself. What? Like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So this is categorized as YA fantasy, I believe, and it just, oh my gosh, like, okay, be calm. I'm almost hyperventilating, that's how excited I am. Yeah, so if that doesn't sound amazing to you, I mean, don't read it, but for everyone else that it sounds amazing for, definitely check it out. It comes out October 2nd, I believe. Yeah, it comes out It comes out October 2nd, and I am so pumped for it. I can't wait to read it in September and get my review out there. So thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm so ready. Alright, and next up is an IRL book, which I'm gonna read, and it's The Wicker King by Ancrum. So you guys probably know, it's been up on my shelves for a long time. I've been wanting to read it. We follow two guys who are best friends, August and Jack. August is a pyromaniac, and Jack is the captain of the football team. He's kind of the golden boy. But then one day Jack starts to see very, very vivid hallucinations, and it follows his kind of descent into mental illness and how his friend helps him deal with it and what happens. And the formatting of the book is quite unique because as time goes on, the book actually gets darker. Literally darker. So, yes, I am very intrigued to read this. I definitely have been wanting to pick it up for a long time. I've just been waiting until the right moment, and that moment is now. So, yes, I'm hoping that I will love this and that it will not be too depressing because, please, dear God, please don't be that depressing. So, yes. And another little short one that I want to throw in to give myself kind of a boost if I am having a little bit of a slump is Artificial Condition, which is Murderbot Diaries number 2 by Martha Wells. So as you guys know, I have kind of been hoarding the Martha Wells little mini books because I loved the first one so much and I love Murderbot so much that I was waiting for the time that I would need a pick-me-up, and that is the time. Right now. So I don't want to give too much away because this is the second one, but in the first one we follow Murderbot, who is kind of a half bio, half mech being who just really doesn't know where they fit in. They have hacked their programming so they are now autonomous, and they're trying to see where they fit into the human world. And I'm excited for the second one. Alrighty, and the next one up on my list is The Sea and the Poison by Shusaku Endo. He is kind of billed as the Graham Greene of Japan, and in this one we're following a doctor who is forced to operate on American captives in wartime. Now, this is a fiction, but Endo himself heard wartime stories and kind of memoirs of people who lived through it, doctors who lived through it, and he wanted to capture the grief and the horror of war. So yes, this is depressing, and yes, I think that it is going to be kind of a very gripping and very dark read. I'm hoping to read this after I've had a few good reads so that hopefully my mood won't dip down too much, but I really wanted to make sure that I read this and that I own it and that I give it a go before we go to Australia. Like 100% definitely I want to make sure I read this. And another really short one, obviously, is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, who you guys know that I really like. Now, when I was thinking, oh, like books that I would pick me up and would be short, I was like, I'll just read Akata Warrior, which is the next one after Akata Witch, which I freaking loved. However, Akata Warrior is like 400 pages. 400 pages. Which normally, for normal myself, that's no problem. I can read 400 pages all the time. And I read like between a dozen at least books a month. Now I'm struggling to read 5 books a month, which like, who am I? Who am I? So I was like, oh God, dear God, no. Luckily, Binti is shorter, so I'm gonna start the Binti trilogy and hopefully that will be able to kind of lift me in the slump. So in Binti, we're following a girl who has lived all her life on her home planet, but she suddenly gets accepted to the distant Academy of Science, I believe, in the far reaches of the universe, and it's a first. No one from her town has ever been there before, and as she's going in the fleet across the galaxy, they are waylaid by space pirates, aliens, I forget exactly, but anyway, waylaid, and things go from there. And I'm excited because I love Nnedi Okorafor. So anything she creates, I want to read, pretty much. Auto buy. Yes. Just yes. And the last book on my list is also a little one, and it is The Outsider by Albert Camus, who wrote about a man who doesn't feel the same emotions that everyone else in society feels, and when his mother passes away, he struggles to feel the appropriate grief, such as deep mourning or crying. And when an accident happens and someone is murdered, he is thought to be the killer because of his lack of emotion when his mother died. So, again, kind of a depressing read, but it's very little. And I've also been wanting to read this for a very long time. The way that people express themselves is something that is really intriguing to me, in the way that, like, people are expected to be one way when it's so impossible because everyone is a different way. Like, just our general chemical makeup, not to mention like our nature and our nurture and all that. our environment. So I'm really intrigued to read this. I started it and then other things happened, so I'm hoping to finish it this month. So that finishes up my TBR for September. Let me know what you thought. If you've read any of them or would like to buddy read, let me know. Also, which of the ones I mentioned are you so excited about? So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. To see more, then yeah, definitely subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later, and have a great day. Toodles! Bye!